AutoNation is said to be benefiting from stabilization and recovery in the nation's housing and energy markets, as well as growth overall in the auto market. Well, Mike Jackson is the chairman and CEO of AutoNation, joins us now. Mike, always great to have you here on In the Loop. Tell me what exactly you're seeing in terms of the housing and the energy market recovery.
Well, Betty, we had our absolute best quarter ever in the sense of earnings per share. We're 68 cents, up 21%, 12% improvement in revenue, $4.1 billion. And supporting that is the housing recovery, which has given consumers a sense of worth and stability around their biggest asset, their home, as well as some appreciation. But also we have seen the resumption of construction of homes, particularly in our big housing states of California and Florida. And our energy states of Colorado and Texas are extremely strong. And, you know, with fracking, these are really production sites, not typical oil drilling sites. So all these homes that have to be built and these production sites for fracking that have to be run, they need pickup trucks to get back and forth. So our pickup truck sales were up 18% in the quarter. And I think that bodes well for the economy. There's some bright spots out there in housing, energy, and automotive that say, you know, maybe this recovery, while it is slow, it's certainly not a V.
Right, but it is happening.
Maybe there's some sustainability under it. It is happening, is
Mike,
the point.
You mentioned truck sales. What about in terms of smaller vehicles, though? Where are you seeing more of the demand?
Here's the equation we see that's very different than 5 to 10 years ago. The consumer is very concerned about fuel efficiency. In the past, we had to say to the consumer, look, if you want better fuel efficiency, you have to downsize and go slower.
Right.
That's not a winning formula. People don't like going backward. Today, we say you can have the same size vehicle go just as fast and get a 25 to 30% improvement in fuel efficiency, and not with exotic technologies like hybrids or electric, but with mainstream technology for a small upcharge. And the American people are saying, hey, that's a deal, I'll take it. So for once in life, a risk factor, namely high gasoline prices, is actually supporting new vehicle sales.
Well, that's interesting, Mike. And you know, you just mentioned hybrids and electric vehicles. And look, electric vehicles are still a very tiny part of the auto market. But you know, we've talked quite a bit with Elon Musk, who is of course the head of the electric car maker Tesla. They're more in the premium market. But I want to play for you what he talked to us about with this new financing program for the Model S.
I thought it was important to get a financing product out there that broadened the marketplace, because with what we saw with Solar City, we had an incredibly good experience when we were able to offer a compelling, easy-to-use, accessible financing program. We saw a dramatic increase in the market.
So he says this is one significant step yet again for Americans to finally adapt electric vehicles, and eventually you will see plenty of vehicles out there on the roads. Do you see that market as big as he does?
Well, first, I think Tesla is an amazing story, and they've built a first-rate product, and electric vehicles are here to stay. However, there are 3 issues that people are concerned about: price, range, and resale value. Now, his financing program addresses resale value in the guaranteed buyback.
Right.
And if I look at things like the Leaf, they really started selling well when they went on a lease program. So I think this was a step that Tesla absolutely had to take. Now, presenting to the public that you can get it for $500 a month, I think is a bit misleading, and they really shouldn't present it that way, because you can't factor into the payment the time safe and putting gas in the car. I don't think Truth in Lending would accept that. But in principle, this was an important step that they had to take to have a first-rate product, and I admire what the company has achieved to this point. And now, mind you, I don't sell Tesla. You know, they're vertically integrated. They're going to market with their own strategy. So
well, they have a first-rate product. Dealerships, you know.
You can call it bypass, whatever. They have a direct model to the marketplace, and it's not what I would do if I was in charge, but hey, he's a pretty successful entrepreneur, and he's created something that's quite compelling at the moment. But I think the adaptation of electric vehicles in the U.S. is going to go far slower than what everybody thinks. And without government support, we wouldn't even be having this conversation. I mean, the government's paid for the development costs. The factories, you get $10,000 tax credits.
Yep.
You get ZEV credits. The list goes on and on. Without the government support, there would not be electric
That's right.
cars.
I mean, they did give him a $500 million loan to start up the company. Mike, but just, Mike,
that's just the beginning.
One more question for you, though, on the other side, which is I know you're very active on social networking sites for the company and for yourself, on Twitter, on Facebook. The SEC just came out with these new rules saying that CEOs and companies are allowed to disperse information. What was your reaction to that?
Oh, I think it's just accepting the new reality of the marketplace today and society today. These are wonderful communication tools that are instantaneous with the broadest reach that you could possibly want. So, for instance, our results today, I absolutely tweeted out our results as soon as that SEC ruling came out. It was a sales day for us. I had tweets out later that morning.
Okay, Mike, great to see you as always. Mike Jackson, the chairman
Great seeing you.
and CEO of AutoNation.